Hong Kong democracy activist Joshua Wong has been charged but released from custody on bail. Wong was arrested for allegedly joining an unauthorized demonstration last October. The 23-year-old came to international prominence as a teenage protest leader. He was barred from running in district elections last year. He is the most high-profile campaigner detained since media tycoon Jimmy Lai was arrested last month. And in a statement to DW, Joshua Wong's fellow democracy activist Nathan Law sharply criticized his arrest, saying the following: "It is another outrageous attempt to silence the voice of the freedom fighter in Hong Kong, especially someone who has a leading role like Joshua. The world must condemn these arbitrary arrests and continue to keep an eye on the deterioration of freedom in Hong Kong." And we can speak to Joshua Wong right now. He joins us from Hong Kong. Hi, Joshua. You have been charged. You've been released on bail. You are expected to show up in court next week. So what is your next step?
Even I could leave police station today, but it doesn't mean that the risk is not exist anymore. As you have mentioned that I need to attend the court hearing on next Wednesday, which is 30th of September, one day before the Chinese National Day. And that's the chilling effect generated by the authorities, hope to silence the voice of dissidents before Chinese National Day because President Xi Jinping faces. But I would say that compared to what I need to face with the maximum jail sentence of 5 years related to participating in unauthorized assembly, I wish the global community could put more and more attention to 12 Hong Kong protesters right now detained in mainland China with the secret detention and with the secret trial. Because what I am experiencing right now is at least at Hong Kong police station and Hong Kong courts and Hong Kong prison. But 12 protesters, what is experiencing right now is a nightmare, and they need more attention around the world.
Joshua, you were referring to, for some of our viewers who might not be aware, you're referring to 12 activists who tried to flee to Taiwan. They were arrested by Chinese authorities and now are being held on mainland China. I want to come back to your case because I want to know how you're going to fight these charges. What is your plan?
It's the third time for me to be prosecuted again since last summer protests. And among those 10,000 Hong Kongers being arrested, and amongst those 1,600 Hong Kongers being prosecuted, I would say that even the authorities would love to exhaust us through those complex, boring, and long-term judicial procedure. But the threats could not defeat us, make us even stronger determination. No matter protests on street, our global advocacy, or etc., we still hope to let the world to know that we still keep on our resistance. And no matter July 1st of this year, which is the anniversary of the transfer of sovereignty of Hong Kong, or on 4th of September, which is the original election day that been cancelled by the authorities, or even until 1st of October, I still believe people will have the way to have protests towards Beijing hardline crackdown.
You said that you want to continue those protests and that you are determined, but they've been going on for a year and a half now. We have to say that the reaction from China has been this extradition law that started all this. China's only clamped down further. It has imposed a national security law. We have mentioned that elections have been postponed, and you yourself have been barred from standing for district elections. Do you think it is time that you changed your strategy?
We continue our strategy no matter put pressure inside the institution, apply to run for office, protest on street. We try all of our ways to maximize our public support in local and global community, and also hope to let the authorities to know that we will not choose to surrender in different battlefield. And one point that I would like to emphasize is even Beijing choose to censor me out from a ballot, but Beijing could not disqualify my qualification, continue to engage in the democracy movement in Hong Kong. And at least we still hope to let the world to know that Hong Kongers are still ready to stay and fight.
I want to ask you, many of your fellow activists have been arrested. Some have left since the security law was passed. We just mentioned Nathan Law earlier, a fellow activist who's now in the UK. Are you thinking of leaving Hong Kong?
I will continue to stay and fight. And I hope to let people to know that seeking global and local community support on the cause to fight for free election are both important. That's why we might have friends continue their international advocacy in countries around the world. Hong Kongers based in different countries, they are really critical. And we also have Hong Kongers based in Hong Kong, this hometown, to continue our resistance and continue to facilitate more and more protests and our campaign and let the world to know that we still can keep our momentum. Of course, we face more and more difficulties, and the situation in the September of 2020, of course, is totally different with what we experienced in the September of 2019. But I think now Hong Kong is just like the new East Berlin in the new Cold War. And no matter within the Hong Kong's territories, we experience the national security law. And even for the free world, also experience the roof warrior diplomacy of China. And we still hope to send a clear signal to China. It's time to hold their accountability. It's not the way out to crack down on Hong Kong and to erode on universal value that we believe in.
Pro-democracy activist Joshua Wong joining us from Hong Kong. Thank you.
Thank you.